welfare socialism, military socialism. They got so much socialism in D.C., it's ridiculous.
Hey,
I think both parties are socialists myself.
Speaking of military, what do you think about, what are your thoughts about the bombing of that hospital in Afghanistan?
Well, that's we shouldn't be in the Middle East. We need to guard our own borders. That's one thing where Trump, is really hitting home with the people, because we're like, our own borders are wide open. Mexico's a mess. What do you think about them kidnapping Miss USA and her family? And I think they're all dead now. About 3 weeks ago, and all the killings and beheadings there. We got enough. They focus on the Middle East. I'm like, look at our borders right below us. Look at Juarez. Look at the war zones. Look at the dead people. Look at the people coming across by the thousands. Look at the girls getting shot and the Americans getting shot up in San Francisco here and there. And you're going to worry about the Middle East? Bring everybody in the Middle East home, put them on our borders, shut the borders down, and say America's not foreign. Well, we're going to take care of our own first.
Well, the one mistake I think that the military
made... That sounds like Trump, huh?
Yeah, well...
That sounds like Trump.
The one mistake the military made, Felix and I were talking about it earlier in the show, was, first saying that, there were reports that there were terrorists working out of the hospital and that American troops were in danger. So, but the bottom line is all that turned out to be a lie. So wouldn't they have been better off just fessing up and saying they made a mistake? Now the whole thing's going to go to The Hague,
And what are we going to accomplish in Afghanistan, and what are we going to accomplish in Syria, and what are we going to accomplish in Iraq? Tell me, what are we going to accomplish there?
Listen,
how many years have we been there in all these places? How many years was Russia in those places? Tell me, what do you hope to accomplish there?
We should take a lesson from Hannibal. If Hannibal and his elephants couldn't conquer Afghanistan and the hills of Afghanistan, what the hell are we doing there?
I know. And look at our own borders. So that's why Trump's bringing home. People are like, seriously? You're worried about all this stuff over there? And these people don't even like each other. And we're going to go over there and do what? Make them not like each other more?
And
make them not like us more? And what do we get, when we got enough problems on our own border.
I don't know if you remember...
I'm serious, we do.
I don't know if you remember a folk singer named Phil Oakes from back in the 50s and 60s. Phil Oakes had a song called I Ain't A Marching Anymore. And the song is, how it's always the old who lead us to the war and always the young to fall. Look at what we've won with a saber and a gun and tell me, is it worth it all? The old generals sit back, or at least that's how it used to be. I know that nowadays some generals really get involved, but the bottom line is they sit back and they make decisions, and they send young boys, and in this case young men and women, because now you have women in combat, to die for nothing.
Exactly.
For nothing.
It's not going to make a difference. Let like Trump says, let them kill each other off.
Yeah, he says let Putin go in there and do what he wants, and let's just sit back.
Yep, and that's it, And I know back in my days when we were protesting the Vietnam War, Country Joe and the Fish had a song that said, 1, 2, 3, what are we fighting for?
That's right.
Don't ask me, I don't give a damn. Next stop is Vietnam. And it's 5, 6, 7. Open up those pearly gates. Whoopee, we're all going to die.
No time to wonder why. Whoopee, we're all going to die. Yes, sirree. Woodstock, Woodstock.
So that's basically, and hopefully Trump's message will ring true enough that America will start looking at protecting its own borders and seeing all the stuff, the atrocities that are going. We're worried about atrocities in the Middle East. Those guys are always going to have atrocities over there. We got enough going in Mexico and the drug lords and everything else going down there, right at our border, that we need to really straighten up and say, we're not going to tolerate this on our border.
Yeah.
Shut the border down. And,
if we really get lucky, Russia's going to start bombing ISIS more. ISIS will get pissed off and tell everybody do jihad in Russia and leave us alone.
Yep.
Now, ISIS won't go to, Ukraine and Russia. It's going to be cold there pretty
But
soon.
that right. Well, yeah, exactly. And we'd have to really be lucky because our warmongering politicians, they definitely like to be the main stars out there in the Middle East, and they want our troops back out on the ground.
Oh,
They're confident
Lindsey
that
Graham.
back there.
Lindsey Graham and
If
John
we can only have them
McCain,
say
the
that
same
about
names
the
all the
borders.
time.
Yeah, put the troops on.
It don't make sense. Don't you think you should guard your own borders first?
We should close the borders, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bring the troops home. They can close them in a day.
Listen.
That sounds like Vietnam. Bring them home.
Israel closed their borders.
I was the last one to get a draft card, man, with my graduating class, and I'm glad we just, we got enough protests going that they were downsizing by the early 70s when I graduated, and pulled out by 75.
Yeah.
So, it's just, but, it's like during high school, I was very aware, and I was very fighting it. It's like, hey, man, I had older cousins and friends that were coming back, and just the stories and the body bags, it was enough, man.
I did the honorable thing. I joined the National Guards.
There you go, man. Yeah, I just missed that. I was just at the right age. I got a draft number. I was the last one to get one, but they were starting to downsize the war.
Well, my number is when I lost my deferment. When I lost my deferment, my number was I think I lost my deferment. My number was 106, and they're up to like 190 or something at the time. So when I just ran for the first National Guard's place I could find, and that would take me.
Well, that's good that you were able to join up and hook up with them, man.
In 6 years, I didn't do it. I didn't fire a gun, didn't do anything. It was beautiful.
Nice.
Did a little camping.
Well, hey, it's nice talking to you guys again.
Nice
but I'm
talking to you
taken
again.
Off here. I got to do some chores now. I got to go take the garbage out and stuff like that.
All right.
Oh, that sounds like my job at home, Ed. In fact, I did that already.
All right, man. I'll talk to you guys again in a month or so. Or
we hope so.
We'll talk about the old Trump. See how he's doing.
Nice catching up with
you. He's great for the entertainment value anyway.
Yeah, if nothing else.
Well, he himself said it. He said if that first debate, he said, what is it? 24 million people supposedly tuned in. He said if I wasn't here, you'd have 2 million people at the most.
Right.
And he's right.
He brings them in. People want to hear what he has to say. Because he tells it like he wants to tell it. He's not, all those other people are just like little politically correct chess pieces. The pawn moves this way, the bishop moves that way, but this is the only way you can move, and this is what you got to say. Like, enough of that. It's like too boring. Let's get somebody in there that really tells it like it is.
Well, like you say, that's why he's resonating,
Yep.
All right, Ed.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot, Ed. Have a good night. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Ed from Orlando.
He had called up a few times before, and we're glad that he called back. We urge anybody else who wants to call up, 646-595-3275, if you would like to add to anything that Ed said, or you would like to contradict anything that we said, or if you just want to tell us what's on your mind. We've always been open to whatever our callers would like to speak about. We put a certain number of things on a blog, but the bottom line is we're open to you. And it looks like that Felix is getting ready to plug a song.
Plug a song. Let's see. Plug a song. All right. We're going to do something I never listened to before.
I'm going to a soundtrack from a movie.
Inspirational. What is inspirational?
I don't know. That's our Friday show.
Let's see what this is. This song is called Love Like Violence. No, I'm sorry. That's the name of the group. The name of the song is Skeleton. They're from the United States. So let's see what Skeleton sounds like. Skeleton by Love Like Violence.
You are a skeleton of the person that I used to know. You are an empty shell, big and old version of you now. And I will kill the monster that you see. I will take the 7. I'll take the 7. And I will be the one. I will be the one to pull you out and with you when you fall in love, when you are a broken dead man walking, dead man walking. I see a ray of light where you just see Frankenstein. So I guess you're just as blind as the stream I see how you run. And I will kill the monster that you see. I will take the 7. I'll take the 7. And I will be the one. I will be the one to pull you out and with you when you fall in love, when you are a broken dead man walking, dead man walking. Take the dark side. Heard that you like to gamble. It's just your life, so throw it twice. Take the dark side. Heard that you like to gamble. It's just your life, so throw it twice. Take the dark side. Heard that you like to gamble. It's just your life, so throw it twice. Throw it twice. And I will be the one. I will be the one to pull you out and with you when you fall in love, when you are a broken dead man walking, dead man walking.
All right. Love Like Violence. The song was Skeleton. And we've got one more from them. It's called Let Go. Let Go by Love Likes Violence.
If you're a misfit in every minute just to fit in, you hide who you are, that you're different, a little twisted. Well, honey, lift it off your back, 'cause you are not alone, not on your own. Tonight you are, so let go. Take your load around, throw it on the ground, tell it you're mine now, you are mine.